king like
The new year stands before us like a chapter in a book waiting to be written. What will you write on the pages today? 8.5 minutes now past the hour of 6 o'clock. It's the middle of the week.
Hump day.
It's day number 4. And you can tell that Shelz is quite energized and ready.
Yeah.
Middle of the week already, brethren.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, we're energized. New Year just started, man. We still have that fresh energy there.
Yeah,
man. You know what's interesting with the New Year?
Speak for yourself. Go ahead, Shelz.
Guys, one of the cutoff time for tell people Happy New Year, like respond to that.
After end of the first week.
For me, it's like whenever I'm gonna say all of the people I'm a party from last year. So
whenever?
Whenever I say all of them, then I know at that time I might cut off period.
Oh, okay.
So when I say all of them to about March, the way down a March, I still I say Happy New Year, bro. Happy New Year, sis. Yeah, man.
Then suppose you don't say that until December.
Yeah, well, like I say, yo, brother, Happy New Year. Sister, Happy New Year. What you did there? You see me?
No, by that time it's redundant, believe me.
Early for next year.
End of the first week, and I was just take things as normal. Normal, alive.
Fully.
And we now move on to
WTF.
What does that mean?
Fact.
What the fact? That's right, Shelz. Take it away.
All right, so here we go now. More people, I want an interesting Bridge Nation. More people drown in deserts. Yeah, than dying of thirst.
Fact.
Yeah, fact. Hey, they're on the script, yes. So, now one would assume that dying of thirst and dehydration would be the leading cause of death in the desert.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, it's drowning. According to the USGS. Now, though precipitation in the desert is infrequent, when it does rain, it comes on suddenly and very heavily. Since deserts don't have any water drainage systems in place and the rains fall too fast for the dry clay-like soil to absorb the rainfall, water will overflow and become a little excessive, right? So this also results in quicksands. Yeah, that's a fear of mine. I don't even know what that. Yeah, this also results in quicksands and sandstorms, which can lead to drowning by sand.
Oh, I would never have thought that. That people are going to be drowning in deserts.
That makes sense because there's really no draining system in the desert for real. So,
I'm not buying that.
You're not buying that?
Well, the only part, that quicksand part.
It makes sense, man.
Yeah, that quicksand part. But the desert is so hot that basically when down there so get little rain, that just soak up.
Them said the soil, the clay-like soil,
it doesn't allow for the water to go through.
Yeah,
really.
So it kind of almost coming.
The USGS is the United States Geological Survey.
Oh,
do they have many deserts in the United States?
Do they?
A couple.
Yeah, they have a few.
Oh, Jano.
But I don't know if them not have enough to do a proper research.
The Middle East is king.
We know.
Deserts,
man.
Yeah, man.
I know.
But we take it as a fact because these are the kinds of facts that we share in WTF.
The quicksand. I buy that. The quicksand.
Afraid of quicksand. I don't even know what.
If they said people drown in the deserts as against more people drown in the deserts is where I'm having a look.
Oh, so the more people than dying of thirst?
Yeah.
I think it makes sense because I feel like people when you go desert, you're prepared in terms of like you're more prepared for fighting dehydration than drowning, if you get what I'm saying. So you walk with enough fluid.
No, but
you
so the rainfall comes.
Yeah, so when the rainfall comes, it's like, what are they? Where this come from?
But my issue with that, my issue with that is that you're saying that more people go to the desert than the beach.
Yeah.
Really?
No, I don't know.
No, brother.
No. It's one of those facts that, it's kind of hard to comprehend.
Yeah.
But the fact that we have a consistency in terms of the facts we give.
Yeah.
All right, you can work with that. More people drown in deserts than die of thirst. All right, that was WTF. What the fact? Let's time now for
update. Alright, here I got no Bridge Nation. I can't say a story about the teacher. I'm gonna talk about it. No, we know what going. We see what going in the social media. No, the teacher Vibes Cartel's baby mother Shorty reacts to his fiance moving into his house. So here we go on. Tanisha Shorty Johnson is again reacting to him posting several new photos of his fiancée Sidem Ozturk, who appears to have moved into his house. Now, while there have been many talks that Vybz Kartel has kicked his baby mother out of his house, he seemingly confirmed the rumors recently when he shared several photos of his fiancée chilling outside his crib with a ton of police security protecting her. Now, on New Year's Eve, the incarcerated dancehall legend shared some photos of his new boo outside his home with even more security. Now, hear that post, hear that tweet. Wifey protection. Wife chilling at my house. The only thing missing is her spouse. Anytime now. Hashtag come home. Kartel tweeted. Now, Shorty seems unbothered by Kartel showcasing his love for his fiancée on social media. She recently shared a video of a TikToker, chiding men who try to spite their ex-girlfriends by flaunting their new girlfriends. Okay. She also shared a message that reads, I refused to entertain negativity. Life is too big and time is too short to get caught up in empty drama. I like that. Good response. Oh, that type picture. That picture, they bad, Richie.
Short is life is too short.
That picture, they bad.
Yeah. Now, are those permanently deployed officers?
I don't know. Looks so.
Because that in itself could pose some security.
That's true. That's a flex. That's a flex. No lie.
You're sure
maybe they were just passing through, just checking up on see if everything. Let me see if everything is all right.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
What's her name? Ozturk?
Yeah, Ozturk. Miss Ozturk.
Miss Ozturk, is everything all right here?
It's a nice look.
And
struggle with our bugs.
You want a picture? Let me post for you now. So take a snap and hold that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't suspect that they're permanently there.
No,
but,
yeah.
Obviously, Kartel wants to make sure that his family, shall we say, are secure.
Oh yeah.
Shorty gave a very reasoned response.
Yeah.
Yeah. She says life is too short.
Life too big and time too short.
Yeah, man.
Look on, live your life here, Shorty.
I think Shorty alright, I can tell you.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Shorty, like you know something.
No, man, Shorty alright, man.
Well, she's producing. She's doing a lot of production work.
Shorty a legend herself. Yeah. Remember me telling you that. So you don't know what go on. Shorty a legend herself. Shorty good, man.
It is believed that she still has her hands on the
she's standing tall.
The empire.
standing tall. Well,
yeah.
So maybe she's saying them can go on.
Them can go on. You know the thing go.
Well, and I see button here, the button there, right? That's how we press it.
All right. Morning, Shorty. Morning, Vybz Kartel.
Yeah, man.
Morning, Miss Ozturk.
Miss Ozturk. Pick up yourself.
All right. Popcorn is also in the news, by the way. Good and bad. Fact is, on the good side, Popcorn is coming out with an album, and it seems that he is showing that he's influenced by Marcus Garvey. The album is going to be titled Great Is He, and that is due to come out sometime soon. Recently, he shared a cover featuring himself wearing what appears to be the 19th century garb as he posed with his hand on his chin with a pensive look in front of a mirror that showed his side profile. The artist wore a felt sailor's hat with white feather plumage at the top and a striped suit with a caption, New Year, new gear, new blessings, new money, new music, #GIHE. Great is he. And it was captioned, it was a black and white photo. And the cover is said to take inspiration from the late Jamaican political activist, publisher, journalist, entrepreneur, and Afrocentric orator, Marcus Garvey, who inspired millions of black people across the world with his speeches about building up black communities. And Popcorn also had a part of the caption reading, defeat the struggles cause we never give up. Being at the top is kind of lonely. You know what I mean? We have to make it by any means. We've been through the worst times. I see us winning. It's like deja vu. And here's an interesting part. He says, God forgive me. Wash away all my sins. Grimy life is all we know. That is an Instagram post that came out on the 2nd of January.
I saw it.
Deep thoughts being expressed there.
Feel like I want to tune them still.
Possibly.
Yeah. So nice. Picture bad too.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I wonder if that will sort of put a little pause on all the negative vibes that are being spewed by exes of different sexes.
Yeah.
Hey.
I saw one of the posts.
One.
Yeah.
You have a million more to see.
Well, I was just informed by you that there are more.
Apparently there are many.
But
many
the
others.
one that I saw.
Hey man.
Hell hath no fury.
Like a woman scoring, eh?
It has been said.
Yo,
The part.
Popcorn, that's how I go and focus, yeah, man. Because right now, them posts that will come out from Sistering hot. Hot. But you don't know. Focus, yeah, great is he indeed. Do your thing with you.
Maybe there's a mutual associate who at some point will intervene and will allow good sense to prevail.
Yeah. So forget about all of this.
Yeah.
That's how you kind of Richie.
Yeah.
So forget about all of this and move on with life.
Hopefully, it won't impact negatively other person's existence.
Yeah.
All right. That's how we wrap it up. That was Update. So let's get to the proverb of the day.
All fish bite, but a shark get the blame. All fish bite, but a shark get the blame.
Yeah, all right.
Why?
You want to take this on?
Why? Yeah, man. Them say, well,
I recuse myself.
I'll swim around bite, yeah. But at the shot, they get the blame. I understand. I overstand that one, the Jojo. Cause when I read the script, my style, I try to figure this out on my own. So how it go? So shark have a history of doing the wrong things, like the bad thing, they're biting people, but them feel like the innocent little swim around them would do that too. You understand me? So the shark them always get the blame. So people with that reputation always get blamed for things, even when them do nothing. I saw it go Richie at that time meaning though.
I'm recuse myself.
Really. So the proverb, all swim around bite, but a shark get the blame. The meaning is those with a history of bad behavior are usually the first ones to be accused. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was the proverb of the day. Now I can get back in the game. Who has the pet peeve of the morning? Pet peeves are things that people do that you might find annoying, irritating, or even upsetting. We've got a pet peeve this morning from someone of our Bridge Nation. Let's find out.
Morning, Bridge Nation.
Morning.
So my pet peeve, one of my pet peeve, and a trend that I'm seeing on social media. Men making fun of other men for treating their women good. Like, how comes a man get flack for treating his woman good? What is wrong with treating a woman good? Oh, you gonna call a man fool because he might treat him woman good. What is that about? That's one of my pet peeve and a trend I'm seeing on social media. A man take out him woman, take pictures of her, post her, saying that him care about her. You call the man sap, you call the man saffas. Because what? You don't want to take care of your woman? What is wrong with us?
Yeah.
What is wrong with the men in this generation?
Yeah.
That's one of my pet peeve. Big up yourself, Bridge Nation.
Yeah.
Big up yourself too.
Yeah.
That trend must stop immediately.
Yeah, but I call them simp and all them things.
Oh, what you say?
Yeah, man, girl clown and all that.
yes,
shit,
man.
I see it, man.
I wonder if them know the degree of satisfaction that it gives when you treat your woman well.
Especially when you have one good woman in your life.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Man.
Can you imagine how the queen feel too?
Oh,
you
you
understand me? Yeah, it's a narrative what up on the social media, them like for paint negative light on men, especially black men. You see me? So it's like when a man try to do a thing for a woman, you see me? Look, you gotta have the negativity. But that's the thing going on, listener. Social media, from you put out your life certain way, for just say I gotta open yourself to certain comments. But you are not, what people say, you are what you answer to. You see me? So, if it makes them, just go and live your life. Take it from me. He's free. You see me? Yeah, man.
Let me tell you something, man. I mean, that is not even something that you want to... I didn't realize that it was trending or anything.
Yeah,
like
man,
that.
it's a thing, man.
But that is not something that you want to encourage at all.
Show off your woman, them, yeah? If Popcorn can do it.
And treat your woman well.
Yeah, man.
I don't know did it.
And she'll treat you better.
Happy wife, happy life.
Treat her well.
Yep.
Yeah, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You don't want to be in the doghouse. That's all. Tell you that.
How in the state?
Right.
Never clue.
Never clue. Never
clue.
go in there yet.
No.
All right.
No.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's a pet peeve of one of the members of our Bridge Nation.
Nothing wrong.
And we'd love to get your thoughts on it, by the way. If it's trending, then what are your thoughts? Because then it means that there are many people who are making it trend.
Yeah,
because
man,
they're not in support
of
that.
Yeah.
So we'd love to hear from you. 876-551-5782. And is it okay for a man to treat his woman well and to sort of show off his woman?
Oh, yeah, me.
Because he feels so good about her.
Oh, yeah, me.
Let us hear from you on that, all right? And we have been telling you that we'll be going off into an interview segment at this time. And in fact, we're going to be talking with Kamila McDonald in a matter of seconds. Just to say, though, that we understand that a study has shown that nearly 2/3 of adults who make their New Year's resolutions have set fitness goals as part of their resolution. Of those, 73% gave up before meeting their goal.
Oh, Jano, then find
That's
me
according to that study.
Jano, then find me out, Richie. Then find me out, Jano.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah.
We know that there are many persons who have decided that one of their New Year's resolutions for 2023 is to start their fitness journey. Aren't you one of those persons? All right.
Silence.
Now, we're going to find a way this morning to encourage you, to help you, to maintain that program and achieve the objectives that you'd have set for yourself. And so we're joined this morning by Kamila McDonald. She's the founder and CEO of the WellFit Club. And she's here to give us some tips on starting and maintaining a successful fitness journey. Good morning and Happy New Year to you, Kamila.
Morning.
Good morning, Richie B. Good morning, Shelz. Happy New Year. Happy 2023. How are you guys feeling?
We are feeling great.
We're good,
a little guilty.
Yeah, man, yeah. Look at intro them. Shape me up.
You said the statistic there.
Yeah, yes, guilty as charged.
Yeah.
That hit.
But thankfully, we have you to help us to be better at what we want to achieve.
Man,
so let's start by asking you, generally, what would you say, first of all, Kamila, are some of the health benefits of maintaining good fitness levels?
Oh my gosh, there's so many to list, and I'm happy that you're starting with that, because one of the reasons that we fail or drop out of our goals before we actually achieve them is because we're not rooted in why it is so important for us, right? And the benefits go on and on and on, from, just being able to enjoy a better quality of life, right? What is life if, we can't enjoy and thrive and live without diseases and manage them better and avoid them. So from a chronic diseases perspective, and here in the Caribbean, we really suffer with that, heart disease, cancer, all types of, type 2 diabetes, just chronic diseases are really an issue for us, and that really is rooted in our lifestyle choices. So, just being able to avoid lifestyle diseases, better skin, better mood, better energy, better immunity. So, these are some of the ways in which, just choosing a healthier lifestyle, we can just have a better quality of life. Yeah. And so when the alarm clock rings in the morning and you are feeling like sleep is more important, which sleep is very important, Richie B. Just really moving through with these goals are also important too.
Absolutely. And you've made a good case for why we really should take our health and fitness seriously. But then there are many of us who don't normally stick to those fitness goals. Why is that, and how can we go beyond that?
Richie B, I think that we all have good intentions, right? And usually at this time of year, we're very excited about changing our life and making these lifestyle changes, right? The new year breeze catch us and we're ready to make these changes. I think one of the mistakes that we make is we dive in too quickly. And so if we're going from 0 days to exercise and expecting that we can get to 6 days of exercise and maintain that, it's a little unrealistic. So I think one of the most important things when we're setting our goals is to set sustainable goals that we genuinely know that we can keep up. If you know that you're not a morning person, don't try to set goals of working out in the morning right away. Maybe you can take your time and ease into that. I find that working out in the morning helps. It's before the day gets busy. It's before the end of the day when you feel tired. Let's be honest. We all have so many responsibilities and tasks that we have to move through. By the end of the day, unless you're a nighttime exerciser, it's kind of unrealistic that you're actually going to stick it through, because then that's when everything else gets swarming in. So I think just stick to a routine that feels sustainable. If you're starting out from 0, maybe start with 3 days. We need to at least be getting 3 days of exercise, Richie B and Shelz, and then work your way up from 3. Then you're going to start to feel so good that you want to increase it more, right? So I think the first place is just kind of starting out being a little more realistic. Another one is being measurable with your goals as well. So, for example, if you have 30 pounds to lose, right? Don't think about those 30 pounds. Just take it 1 week at a time. Just try to show up for these 3 days, for example, and just keep showing up. And just measure and be sustainable with your goals.
Just before Shelz jumps in, would you recommend at least like a half an hour session?
Yes.
Minimum?
I recommend at least a half an hour. Don't underestimate things like walking. Walking is very powerful and very good for your health. So even if it's a 30-minute walk, even a 20-minute walk is good, Richie B. Anything is better than nothing. I think weight training is something that especially women shy away from, and it's something that we absolutely need to incorporate in our fitness regimen. So even if it means getting some dumbbells at home, filling up some water bottles with water, even using your own body weight, but we need to be getting body weight training in, or weight training of some kind. I would say 20 to 30 minutes, a minimum 4 times a week is what we should be aiming for.
Okay, no problem. All right, now, Kamila, you see the part where you talk about, being realistic, the part that get me. You know what I mean? So the part that reach me now. So in terms of like being, developing a vibe that's sustainable and realistic, are there any basic exercises, for beginners like myself? Yeah.
So, we can start with push-ups, right? And you can, and this is what we mean by measurable, right? So let's start with, let's see, how many push-ups can you do, Shelz?
I don't mean to brag, Kamila, but I'm knocking around 9. You know what I mean? I don't mean to brag.
Great. This is a no judgment zone. And we all start at different places, right? So let's say you start at 9. Then let's say Monday you do 9, right? Tuesday, maybe you can go up to 11.
Okay.
And maybe for the week, you're trying to, have a couple of sessions where you're moving through just those push-ups. But you're trying to move maybe within a 2-week period up until, 15, let's say, right? Once you conquer the 15, now you can move on. There's squats. Things like squats and lunges is very important to watch your form, because you want to avoid injuries. So things like keeping your knees behind your toes, just squats, lunges, sit-ups, push-ups. Again, we don't have to overthink it. I think sometimes we get this misconception that you have to have a fancy gym membership or you have to work out for an hour long a day. When sometimes just right in your own living room, you can do leg ups, you can do press ups. There are many things that you can use and incorporate just your own, equipment that you have in your house.
Nice.
I've taken a decision, wisely or unwisely, to just wait until I've gotten through the last Christmas cake that is at home before I start my exercise regime. I really say that to move into the importance of dieting when it comes to fitness and weight loss.
Yes, so important. And to be honest, it's kind of a full spectrum, Richie B. What I've learned in the last, 13 years being in the wellness space, it's really a comprehensive approach, right? So fitness is important, diet is important, sleep, managing your stress levels is so important. You could be eating all the salads and drinking all the green juice and going to the gym every day. But if you're not managing your stress levels, then, your health will still really be out of whack, right? So really taking time to, process what you're going through and taking time to pause. Sometimes we're just go, 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 go. So I think just on that note, as we are thinking about fitness and diet, which is usually what we're thinking about this time of year, let's also think about all of the other factors of health, like sleep, and resting, doing things like meditation is so important. Things like yoga that we don't normally think of when we're trying to change our life, but it's so important to kind of keep that balance. As far as the nutrition is concerned, I find what's helpful too is what you're staying away from. So, just trying to keep your sugar, your added sugar intake as low as possible. We shouldn't be consuming more than 20 grams of added sugar a day. So hurry up and move through that Christmas cake and put it away for now until end of the year.
Yes.
And, just things like hydration, very, very, very important.
Yes.
You want to keep your sodium levels very low. So instead of looking at the calories, for example, on a package, you want to really look at numbers like the added sugars and the sodium levels. So sodium, a good number to keep in mind is 1,500 milligrams a day.
Okay.
You don't really want to pass more than that, right? High blood pressure is another thing that we really struggle with in the Caribbean, and it's something that we really have to watch. We need to put salt and sugar in everything. Can we stop that for 2023, right? And then just going back to what our grandparents used to eat, right? Going to the market and, just really trying to fill up on as much fruits and vegetables as possible. I know it sounds like cliche, but really that's the basics, especially the greens, trying to eat food that you can pronounce the label of, and maybe also eating foods that don't have a label for the most part. Right?
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I love that. Now, Kamila, we know, so we can't make you leave. We can't make you cut and tell you about the annual retreat. Move on the Mountain happening this Saturday. Yeah.
I love it. Yes, a Move on the Mountain is this Saturday up at Skyline Drive, 6B Skyline Drive. So this is a half-day health retreat. Oh gosh, it's such a treat. So we, get moving on the mountain. We have different hill drills, and this is for all fitness levels, guys.
Okay.
We do yoga, we do meditation, we journal, we eat, just yummy, delicious food from Kamila's kitchen. And, we just really sink and anchor into our goals so that we can be really intentional about this year. As we can see, it's kind of hard to break down how do we make these lifestyle changes in just 10 minutes, right? But really kind of trying to take the day to really think about what we want to accomplish, why we want to accomplish, why are these goals so important to us? Why are these health goals so important to us? And how can we achieve them? So these are some of the things that we'll be moving through. It's a beautiful event. It starts at 7 a.m. in the morning. It's up in the mountain, so you'll have that fresh mountain air, which is just just always puts everybody in such a good mood. There's good music and just good vibes. I would love to see my Bridge FM family there.
We've been thinking about it. As a matter of fact, I beckoned to Shelz off air, and you never can tell. One of us might just pop up.
I would love that. That would make
what time does it get started?
All right, go.
What time does it start?
It starts at 7 a.m. and we will be wrapped by 12.
Oh, okay.
So you'll have the whole rest of the day to, if you need to go back to sleep, if you need to go get your errands done.
Yeah.
But it really is, this is the first Saturday of 2023, and we purposely chose this date so that we can spend the first Saturday of the year together to, just kind of set our priorities straight, say some affirmations and really power up.
Sounds good.
I love that.
How can persons get more information if they need that?
So you can head over to Camila's Kitchen _JA or the Well Fit Club on Instagram. You can purchase tickets at eventbrite.com, and if you just search for Move on the Mountain, you'll find us there. There's also a kiddie corner for all ages, so you can bring your kids and they will be doing their own versions of setting their own health goals and doing some artwork and stuff, so you don't have to leave the kids at home. You can bring them along for the experience. And it's gonna be a fabulous day.
All right, I'm glad you were here this morning to share the information with us, and I wish you well with that, Kamila, and all the best for the new year. And we'll talk again sometime soon, all right?
To my Bridge FM family.
Every
Love
time.
you guys.
Much love every time, Kamila.
Hold on. No, Massive distributions. Hold on.
This no normal.
No,
They give packages, alright.
No, they can't do that to us.
No, man, that one is massive. Hold on. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I got to.
Wow.
No, massive distribution.
Bumblebee, Snack Pack,
No,
Mentos.
massive. This massive.
They need to call,
non-alcoholic wine,
they need to call quickly for this.
lots of
Rice,
snacks,
cereal.
cereals there.
Oh, Swiss Miss in it. Oh, what kind of flavor Swiss Miss this?
This no normal.
I'm not say that one up on the shelf them.
Thank
That one
you.
new. Massive.
Distribution. That is what one listener can win.
No, brother, Christmas dinner this and Christmas
Trust
plan.
me.
I don't understand how it is.
This can feed an entire community.
I will not exaggerate.
876-676-4996, 876-551-5782.
Yeah.
Call us, but only if you can identify this secret sound. Alrighty then. No one is able to get. I'm getting a couple of WhatsApp messages. People are still saying drum sets being played with drumsticks. We got that yesterday.
Yeah, good thing on the text that.
Yeah. So remember, it's not a texting game.
Yeah, please.
You got to call in.
Yeah.
All right. And as a matter of fact, I think it's a good time for us to go to the telephone right now and see whether or not we can actually get a winner on the second day that we're playing the Secret Sound game in 2023. Good morning, you're on the air. Welcome. Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Happy New Year.
Hello.
Happy New Year to you. Okay.
Who's calling?
Yvette from Clarendon.
All right.
big up,
Nice
Yvette.
seeing from you, Yvette.
Yes.
So you've heard the sound and you've come up with an answer.
Yes, I think it is a bucket falling down some hill or stone or something. It's rolling down something.
A bucket rolling down on stones or
I like
down.
that.
Yeah, that is what you think, Yvette.
Yes.
Listen again and tell me if you're going to stay with that.
Yes, it sounds that way to me.
And you're sticking with that answer, Yvette.
Yes.
Hey.
Woo!
Hey.
Second day of playing.
Woo.
Yvette from Clarendon is on.
Yes.
Oh, we're getting the verdict. And the verdict is in. Listen carefully.
Okay.
That means you didn't make it, Yvette, but thank you for trying. Try again sometime, all right? Okay, have a good day, and good morning to you, caller. You're on the air. Welcome to the Secret Sound game. It's 21 before 8. How you doing?
Good morning, Richie.
Good morning. Cunis, how are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you and
Thank
the
you.
Bridge team.
We appreciate
Big
that,
up,
Cunis.
Big up.
What's your answer this morning?
Can I hear this song one more time, Richie?
Yes, you can. No worries. Now, having heard it again, can you identify the sound?
Is it skateboarding?
Skateboarding
Oh,
is what Cunis says. Skateboarding?
Yeah.
Skateboarding, cuteness?
Not bad. I'm getting it. You know, the little... Yeah.
He's sticking with that.
All right.
Cuteness! All right. No winner today. So we're going to move on and reminding you that you can try tomorrow morning at 7:30 when we'll have a little fun with you once again. And remember that there's a fantastic gift package chock full of all kinds of wonderful gifts that you can use for yourself and your family. Lots of snacks, cereals, and really healthy eats and treats. Make sure that you try for the Secret Sound game tomorrow morning. Now, our guest at this time is the first and only Vincentian artist to have ever been featured on a major Jamaican dancehall rhythm alongside popular international recording artists such as Vybz Kartel, Spice, Charlie Blacks, and DeMarco. She is also the first Vincentian dancehall soca artist to be contracted to perform regionally and internationally. All right, so she's quite a pace-setting artist. And also, she's the first Vincentian dancehall artist to have won an Association for Music Professionals Award for dancehall music. Her name is Sita, and she has performed alongside top Jamaican artists, including Beenie Man and Lady Saul, Mr. Vegas, Assassin, Romain Virgo, Jack Cure, Tommy Lee, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Well, guess what? She was recently made an appearance inside of Sting down there at Grizzly's Plantation Cove, and she represented big time in prime time as well. We have Sita with us this morning via Zoom. Good morning and Happy New Year, Sita.
Hi, good morning. Happy New Year to you.
Greetings.
How are you? You must be on a high after that performance at Sting the other night.
I'm still on a high. I'm still very, very high.
Was it all that you had expected and all that you planned it out to be?
All that I planned it out to be, but to be honest, it wasn't all that I expected in terms of the amount of attention that I'm getting. I could have never foreseen that.
Really? With them razor sharp lyrics that you had, with your top hat matching your suit, with the lyrics that you were firing, and I mean, I'm not surprised. And there was quite a momentum leading up to Sting as well, where we saw you making some appearances. I think I saw a rehearsal that you were doing, and you were looking good going towards Sting.
Nice.
Yeah. I always try to be prepared.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so you were, and you delivered well. All right. So what kind of attention are you getting post-Sting?
Well, a number of producers have reached out. A lot of Jamaicans have reached out and told me how much they love me. I got like 5 engagement proposals from Jamaicans.
Hold on, no. You're not talking about performance now.
No, I'm talking about engagement.
Yeah, man.
I got some requests for a number of interviews, and here I am this morning on the bridge here.
Okay. On the subject of the proposals, though, the engagement proposals, just in case these brothers are listening, are you giving any serious consideration?
We'll talk about that off.
All right.
Greetings, Sita. Shelz here. Now, I'm very curious, where did your love for dancehall come from? How did that even, happen, coming from St. Vincent?
I don't know, but I pin it down to my father being Rastafarian and listening to music from people like Jimmy Cliff and Peter Tosh and Bob Marley. And I grew in love with the expression because being from an island where the culture is soca, even back then, and I'm talking about in the 1990s, I was able to compare the difference between soca and dancehall and reggae music, I should say, in terms of expression. Soca is more rhythmic and it's happy music, whereas reggae was known as the sufferer's music and it was viewed as being rebellious. And I remember him listening to Peter Tosh jump out of frame and you jump in a fire and come we go chant down Babylon one more time. And I found them to be very, very expressive. Later on, I remember hearing a song from a gentleman, and I swear he was saying, "Give me the cutlass, let me go walk the land." I found out later that's not what he was saying. So from there, I fell in love with dancehall music, having been able to differentiate between reggae being the slower one and dancehall being the more upbeat, modern type of music.
Understood. So, do you find that is there a bit of a tug of war, in creatively speaking, between you dancehall music and soca? Are you gonna just stick with dancehall, or would you do soca? Or are you gonna fuse the genres?
I don't mind doing dancehall and soca, and I don't mind fusing the genres. I don't mind at all. Because at the end of the day, I am Vincent, and we have a platform known as Carnival that facilitates soca music. So I don't mind doing both genres.
I think I heard that of a song you did called Matey, which is a soca track. And there must be an interesting sort of background to this song called Matey. How did it come about?
Funny enough, I was producing my own reality series in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and the producer of the videographer was late. And I was in the studio at the time because we were recording a behind the scenes of Sita the Lyrical Diva, what it's like to write music with Sita the Lyrical Diva. And the producer and I are calling the videographer and he's not answering. So I was very, very upset. And the producer was there trying to throw jokes to make me laugh, etc. And it was not working. So he said, you know what? Just go on the microphone stand and just say something about something you'll never do. I said, I can't think of anything that I would never do. He said, yeah, think. So I said, you know what? I would never fight over a man. He said, yeah, what you gonna do? He said, you're gonna fight over the man, but you're gonna fight over the man using lyrics. And that's how the song came about.
Just like that. Just like that.
Just like that. Yeah.
All right. I hope those who issued those proposals are hearing what you just said. She will never fight over me. So it's the start of a new year, 2023. Like we said, you came off a fantastic performance at Sting. I'm glad to know that you're getting the attention that you deserve. What are some of the goals that you've set for yourself for 2023?
Well, I already have some songs that I recorded prior to coming to Jamaica. So it's just a matter of choosing which one to release. We want to release them by at least this Friday. After that, music video production, I want to shoot a music video in Jamaica before I go back to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we'll see where it goes from there.
Tell us a little bit about your background, though. You're growing up stages, schooling, and that kind of stuff. Let Jamaicans hear a little bit more from you and about you.
Okay, so I grew up in a single-parent household headed by my father. As I said, he was Rastafarian. And I think a large part of who I am in terms of my personality is as a result of his influence. I remember one time he advised me that if you're walking along a path headed towards a destination and every dog that says roof, roof, you look back and say hush, hush, you'll find yourself talking to a lot of dogs and you'll be late for your destination. And that has really molded me into the individual that I am, because where I'm from, producing dancehall music was not met with immediate acceptance. I was ostracized a lot, I was opposed a lot, but I never gave up because my father really instilled in me what it means to be a dominant human being and what it means to be focused. After I passed the common entrance examination, I attended the St. Joseph's Convent, Mariaqua, and while I was in the fourth form, the class was challenged to produce a song addressing social ills, and I chose to address unemployment. I did that, borrowing the melody of Beenie Man's Gal's Prayer. Until the day I die, more gal I want, my name is the gal, them a chance. And by the time I was finished with the rendition, my teacher, who was very laid back, was very docile, leaped out of a seat and said, pop, pop, pop. And it was there I realized that I had the unique ability to both write music and to make people move.
Yes, yes.
From there, I then attended the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College, and on Fridays, the boys would congregate in the holding area to participate in battles, in lyrical battles. And then one day I decided, you know what, I think I'm going to show up there because there weren't any females participating in these battles. And I showed up there and I just dismantled everything. And then people started saying, you know, you're the first girl I ever saw do this, and you're the first girl I ever saw do that. And I said, me not a girl, and I'm a big woman. This time yeah, I was like 15. And then they said, well, you're the first woman I ever saw did this. And I said, I'm not a woman either. And they said, you're the first lady I ever said did that. I said, yeah. And then from there, people started calling me First Lady. That's where I got the name from. Then from there, I recorded my first single with Kamal Archibald of Sound Domain Studios, a song called Take Your Time, which spoke about protected sex, safe sex, I should say. And I did another song with Dougal Allen called Kitchen Duns, and that is what cemented my name as a dancehall artist in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Okay.
The song challenged women who could cook the clap. So signify or signal or show that you can cook by clapping.
Oh.
Yeah.
How vibrant is the dancehall scene in St. Vincent and the Grenadines?
Very, very, very vibrant. But I think a lot more could be done to promote Vincentian dancehall acts, because we do not have platforms like the Weddy and the Uptown Mondays and the Boom Early Sundays where artists could go and show up and take a microphone and express themselves. So dancehall artists, Vincentian dancehall artists that is, have to wait until the promoters book Jamaican artists to get a huge audience to perform for.
Oh.
It's a kind of cycle, because to me also, dancehall artists in St. Vincent and the Grenadines does not understand what it means to be artists. So the promoters don't really take them seriously, and so do not find the need to invest in them.
That needs to change.
Yeah, man.
That needs to change.
Yeah, definitely. When I watched your performance at Sting, I got the feeling, Sita, that you're not the kind of person who would back away from like a clash or anything like that. Is that is that something that you're contemplating? And are you?
I have no problem at all.
Are you prepared this morning to call out some females who you're ready for? Make we hear from you now.
Hey, Richie, true.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Anyone at all.
Anybody.
There you go.
I love that.
And she's got the lyrics and the presence to do it, believe you me, and the confidence.
I love that.
Yeah. We think you have a bright future, and we want to wish you all the very, very best. We have your song entitled Insecure lined up. You might want to just introduce it for us, and then we'll play it. But thank you for talking to us, and all the best going forward, all right?
Thank you so much.
Oh, before you go, Sita, where can persons find you and your music?
Okay, so you can find me via Sita D Lyrical Diva. That's SITA D Lyrical Diva on any platform: Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, any platform, any social media platform. Sita D Lyrical Diva.
All right, so introduce Insecure for us before you go.
So this is my brand new song. Well, not really brand new. It's new to Jamaica. It's called Insecure. It details the everyday ups and downs of relationships in terms of men being insecure about us as females, while they themselves are engaging in actions that should make us insecure.
Oh, let's check it out. Take care, Sita. All the best to you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Our pleasure. She's from St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
The Bridge, 99 FM.
It's time for us to have another guest. This time we're talking about wealth and wealth creation. How do we go about that if that is one of our ambitions for 2023? This gentleman is going to share a lot of information with us. In fact, we'll be talking about creating wealth. One of the best ways to create wealth is to invest. It is said that investing remains one of the easiest and most effective ways to build long-term wealth and compound earnings, which can supercharge your savings. Listen to this. By investing consistently and keeping your money in the market for as long as possible, you can accumulate hundreds of thousands of dollars while barely lifting a finger. This morning, Mr. Shamar Clarke, who is a certified financial planner and who is currently the president of the Sagicor's Agent Association, a member of the Jamaica Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors, is our guest. And he's going to be sharing a lot of details with us on wealth creation. Good morning, Mr. Clarke, and welcome. Happy New Year.
Greetings, man. Happy New Year to everybody. Good morning, Richie and Shelz.
Well, go on, Shamar. Greetings, man.
Greetings.
I hope you realize that we are very excited about this discussion.
Man, get my pen.
It is quite excited to hear some deeds.
At time, no.
Yeah, man. I'm ready for this discussion, especially so early in the year.
Exactly. Well timed. What is investing and how does it work, Shamar?
Investing is allowing your money to work for you, right? So, it's a popular slogan that people talk about. But before we get into investing, I want persons to understand the difference between investing and savings, yeah?
Yes.
Before you can invest, you must save. So by saving, it means that you put aside a certain amount of your capital that you would have earned for a future benefit. Now, when you put aside this money, you're going to put this money to work. So this is now investing. You take the saving, the money that you would have saved, utilize it to buy an asset with the hope that the asset is now going to give you back a return plus the principal that you put on. So the amount of money you save $100,000, you take the $100,000 and you buy some bag juice just saying, right? And you're selling the bag juice, you bought them at $5 per one, selling the bag juice for $10 per one. So that would mean that you'd have doubled your money. So that is investing. You're investing in a business, you're buying stocks, you're buying unit trust. That is investing, right? Allowing the money, you're taking the savings to buy an asset with the hope that the asset is going to give you back the savings that you put in plus interest on your investment.
Is it a myth? Is it a myth then that you have to have a lot of money if you're going to move into investing? Or
it is a myth.
Yes,
It is a myth. It is a myth. Because let me give you a joke. When I started investing, I started with I think it was $5,000. 5,000 Jamaican dollars.
Jamaican dollars.
Jamaican dollars. That was a couple of years ago, right? Now, my lot of my clients, one particular client, and I know she doesn't mind me sharing, Galen. When Galen started with me, Galen started investing with $5,000, and that was over 2 years ago. And her portfolio has now grown to 7 figures because of the consistency of contributing.
Did you say 7 figures, sir?
Yeah, man, 7 figures, man. 7 figures.
Just a time.
Let me just my brother. All right, that's exciting to hear. Man. Trust me. Why should we start, and when should we start investing then?
The best time to start is now.
No.
So the better time would have been yesterday, but the best time is now. All right. And the reason for you to start is a few things. One is that you're not going to get wealthy by just saving and putting the money down. Yeah. The money has to work and bring in additional money for you to gain any form of financial security or wealth. So that's the main reason. And investing helps you to get to the goals that you want to get to. The challenge is this. People remain consistent. So most of what we will talk about or even share this morning is not novel information. It's not something that people don't know about. Yeah. It's just that when we get started now, brand new in early January 2023, we get started by the end of March 2023. We've given up or we can't bother. And then we have the same conversation again in 2 and 3 years. So what we want persons to do is sign up, sit down with somebody that is a licensed professional, have a discussion, identify the goals that you want to achieve within 2023 or 2 or 3 or 5 or even 10 years. Right? Then identify the type of plans that is going to work for you and be disciplined and consistent with your contributions. And then you can be like my friend. You start with $5,000 and end up in 7 figures. But there's still some more things that you have to do.
Understood. Now, Shamar, what are some, like myself, what are some of the things new investors should know? Okay, you're dropping some gems already, but what are like the key things new investors should know?
All right, don't invest in things that you don't understand. Yeah, and so let me put it this way. One of the first things that you do, and I just mentioned it a while ago, ensure you sit with somebody that is reputable and understands what they're doing, because people can tell you. I'll give you an example. New investor comes to me. Say that they have $1 million and they want to flip it. So I ask them, so what you mean by flip it? They want $1 million to make another $1 million. I say, all right. No problem. What's the time frame you're looking at? 3 months.
Miracle worker.
Yeah, but I said, no, but I am not the man that can turn that water into wine for you. So I can't help you. You understand? So you have to be realistic. So one of the things, you have to be realistic in what you want. Yeah. And that is the reason why I say you sit with somebody, because somebody else that is not licensed can tell you, yeah, but we can flip it for you, man, quick and fast. Doesn't happen. Yeah. So once you identify your goals that you want to achieve, then you know exactly what type of plans are going to work for you. Is it that you're going to be invested in stocks? And then now this is where we have a discussion about your risk appetite. Can you feel, how would you feel if it is that you gave me $1 million and in the 3 months you come and say, I tell you that, boy, $1 million it's not $1 million anymore, it's 800 or something thousand. But if you wait another couple of months, it might go back over the $1 million. Not a guarantee, but it can. How would you feel, Richie?
Take back my money and cut. Sorry. No, in fact, you're preempting a question that I had, and that is many persons don't have the appetite for taking any dip in what their starting figure was. But it's not necessarily the best thing to do, is it?
is not the best thing to do. So your knee-jerk reaction to that a while ago would have been to take your money and run, right? But if you take your money and run, they give me $1 million and you take your money and run after 2-3 months' time, what you have done at this stage is lock in your position in the market. So that means you've accepted the loss, the quote-unquote loss. However, if I said to you, give it some time until the market rebounds, that's one of the options. And then 3-6 months after that, you realize that you're pretty much back at your million and you're gaining some type of interest on it. You're happy and you love me. You can buy me around because of that. Yes. You understand? So that's why I said to you, it is important to have somebody in your corner that you have the right discussions with, and not necessarily a best friend. So your virgin don't know about investment as much as somebody that's licensed and trained for it.
Is it then the case that you really want to be giving yourself time? It's not something that you want to rush to try to make good returns on your investment.
And I left it open for you to actually mention it. So there's a time that you want to tell persons to stay in the market, and it's an average of 5 years. So what you start to invest, you don't look for any grand return until at least about 5 years. Yeah. So that's where now the consistency comes in. Most persons now feel as though, and I'm going to throw a question out there. Most persons feel as though, yes, start investing in January, by December, my money's supposed to start triple. I don't say it works. It doesn't work like that. So, because Richie, you have enough money, don't it?
No, man, but I could afford breakfast this morning. You know what I mean?
So, cause if you were able to, whatever you're earning for the year, so from your several streams of income, whatever you're earning for the year, right? If you were supposed to not spend anything at all from that, and you had the chance of just putting it down, would you consider yourself wealthy after the 1 year?
Fairly.
From all your income.
Yeah.
All right. So you see, Richie, you say you don't have a lot of money. You lied to me.
No. I'm talking about just holding on to what I earned. The little I earned.
So hold on to the little that you earned for the entire year.
That's what I meant.
That's what you meant. So hold on to the little that you earned for the entire year. So that means you don't spend anything at all from it.
Right.
It would mean that you have a certain amount of capital.
Right.
However, that still does not make you wealthy. It gives you a stronger base. But most persons don't have that. We don't have that luxury because we're spending. We have things that we're going to live on. We need to buy food. We need to pay taxes. We need to pay gas, man. The rent needs to be paid. The mortgage needs to be paid. But the challenge is this now. What persons usually do, Richie, is that they spend, they invest after they have spent out everything else. And that's not the way you want to do it. You want to identify your goals first, and then once you identify your goals, and then you now budget your money, you know, dictate exactly how much money is going to go towards your investment per month. Rather than you're trying to invest after you have spent your money. So you make $500,000 for the month, and then you're spending $490,000 on all your bills and everything that you need, just quote unquote need to spend that. So you only get the chance of saving $10,000. So when you look at 10,000 times 12, that's $120,000 for the year. That's not a good enough sum based on your income to create any form of wealth. So one of the main things that people need to learn to do early out is to start to properly budget.
Yeah. We always hear that, and we definitely believe that.
Yeah, man.
Shelz, I found this quite interesting.
Yeah, man. Me take it drip up. Big up yourself, Shamar. I'm ready. Yeah, man. Yeah.
So it's a good time to start is now. I mean, we know that the market fluctuates from time to time. There was a point when persons were saying to me, boy, what is happening in the United States when President Trump was in office is impacting or what Putin did recently in Ukraine. What is happening in the market right now? Is it a good time to get in?
It's always a good time to get in the market. So we just said it a while ago, the best time to start is now.
Yes.
And usually, especially when the market still has what we can call discount. Some of the stock prices are still very low, and the companies are operating at the values are lower than what they were pre-COVID prices. So it's still a very good time to get involved. It's just that when you get invested now, just like we mentioned earlier, it's not for you to say, boy, I buy X or Y or Z company, and I don't see it jumping up all over the place like how the IPO jump up. No, that's a different thing. So it now means that you have to now wait out the market. So wait until the market rebounds properly. Because you see, every couple of years the market flushes in. 2008 was the time when the market took a dip and then it appreciated over time. Remember, Jamaica Stock Exchange was the top performing stock exchange for a number of years.
Yes.
And nobody was complaining then. Everybody excited about the money that they're earning. So the market had to correct itself. It's just that we didn't know that it was going to be COVID and then Putin and the war. You understand? So, but the market will correct itself over time.
It will.
This is not the first time it's happening.
Yeah. Can't be in a rush. Well, listen, Shamar, we've learned a lot. You're at Sagicor, right?
I am at Sagicor.
Yes, and that's where you can find him. I want to thank you for the information you shared with us this morning, and we definitely look forward to touching bases with you again sometime soon to get some more information along these lines. All right?
Not a problem.
All the best. Shamar Clarke of Sagicor. He's a financial advisor at Sagicor. Thank you once again, Shamar.